Hey Wellness Warriors, Diane Kazer here, and according to my last podcast, I promised that I would make you guys some almond milk. And I'm doing cashew butter as a bonus because the one I made last week for Adam was pretty bomb. So you're going to get to see us trying it, and you're going to be jealous about it, and you're going to want to make it at home. And of course, I wanted to throw a shout out to my sponsor. This is Shining Shakti. Those are those cute little rainbow pants that I wore around the world. Anyway, ShiningShakti.com. Thanks, guys. Okay, so today we're doing almond milk. It's so easy. There's no such thing as like an almond cow that you have to like go and make a mess with and get your hands all dirty milking or anything. It is easier, and of course, the first thing I thought was, how the hell do you make almond milk? It's so easy. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to need to have all of your ingredients, and nut milk bag is essential if you want to make sure that you strain all the fibrous material around the nuts itself. It's very important to soak your nuts overnight. If you can get them like 3 to 4 hours, it's ideal or more, but we soak these overnight. So it's called sprouting, and put them in the fridge, when you're done with them, and then when you're ready to use them, then they're a little bit more plump. So here's how it works. Now, the nut milk bag has a fun recipe on there too. So this is what the nut milk bag looks like. And there's actually a recipe on this. So if you forget, and if you don't want to watch this whole video, then you could watch this too. Or just buy this and it's got the recipe on it. So simple. Get your Vitamix, whichever high-powered blender that you have. I have 3 cups worth of filtered water in here. It's totally up to you. You could do 3 to 4, but I like mine a little bit more flavorful. So I do 3 cups to 1 cup of almonds. And all you do is you add it to your water here without me making a mess. These are sprouted, and then we'll rinse it out when we're done. We'll use the nut milk bag to take some of the external parts of the nuts off. And then what I'm doing here is I'm just using 3 dates, and these dates are used to flavor. This is Mother Nature's candy. So I'm hoping to, and we're going to do a little taste test after all of this, hoping that maybe we can compare it to my favorite nut butter in the world, which is Justin's nut butter. Justin's nut butter tastes like, Adam says, like the inside of a peanut butter cup. So I'm adding 3 dates. 3 to 5 should be good to sweeten it. You could also use stevia to sweeten it. So we've got a little bit of everything. Stevia is best because it has no calories in it, and it's actually not GMO, it's not processed. So that's why I don't recommend using, some people ask me, oh, can I use agave nectar? And agave nectar is very highly processed. So I just put 5 drops of, this is the vanilla flavor one. You don't have to use vanilla. You could just use standard stevia. And this is the better one. It's, I tend to pay a little bit more for the more pure ones. A pinch of sea salt. Now this is totally up to you if you want to use sea salt or not, but I like mine with sea salt. So a pinch would be about like that. And I tend to use about 1/4 of a teaspoon. If you're totally measuring this, then you can measure it. For me, I just know how to eyeball it now, so a good little sprinkle like that should be enough. And you could always add more, so be generous in the very beginning, or don't be super generous in the very beginning. Now, I also like to use, this is so good, organic vanilla bean. You can get this at the store. This was like $4 or something for this entire packet. Where's the scissors? And I'm just going to use my nails. Actually, I don't really have nails. But this is up to you how much you want to use of the vanilla bean, but this makes it taste richer. And did you know, here's a did you know, you can take 1 thing of vanilla beans and soak this in a jar like this. Put the vanilla beans in here and then add, is this regular? Just add vodka. So these 2 things together, these make a vanilla flavor, so you don't have to buy vanilla extract. And believe me, the flavor of this when you make it at home is so much better than the kind you buy at the store that you'll never go back. So all you do is just like put vodka up to about here, and then this full vanilla bean, and you're gonna have vanilla extract for years. It's so good. Okay, so because this stuff is so potent, I'm just gonna cut like a tiny little piece of it off, and you can always add later. I did use the vanilla stevia in there, so there's already a vanilla flavor that's going to be added to it. So this is all I added, just a little teeny tiny bit, but you could add more, like I said, later on, depends on what flavor you're going for, how sweet your sweet tooth is. That is it. So now we're going to blend, and we're going to mute this so you don't have to hear it. But you can use a blend tech for this. Vitamix tends to come with both of these. I really never use this. This is for like flours. So what you can do with the pulp from the almonds that remain from this is you can actually take that pulp, put it through that over there, and then use a dehydrator to make your own almond flour. And you can also use the remainder in things like cookies and stuff. Okay, so we're just going to blend for a good like minute or two until the sound is obvious that it's done blending. So spare the noise. Looks so good. I love this part. Okay, so that was probably a good minute. And now all you do is take this lid off. I don't like this lid as much as the new ones, but you kind of have to push that one in. Okay, so this is what it looks like. If you get a look up close, it's very frothy. So it looks like when you go to Starbucks and you ask for like a mocha or some, when they put the espresso and then the cream on top, this is what it looks like. So close up, this is what it looks like. And you'll see the fibrous stuff I'm talking about next. That would be really lame if I poured that on my computer. That's what I'm recording one of these on. All right, so just smell this. Adam, come here. I want you to tell listeners what you think about this smell test. Get over here. Put your nose in this. Put your nose in it. Put your nose in it.
It smells amazing. It smells like cinnamon. I love it.
Yeah. So that wasn't a lot of cinnamon. Don't overdo the cinnamon. Whatever you do, you can always add later. So actually, this is the fun part. And this is my taste test spoon. All right, so Adam, come here. Take a little spoon, and I like to take this foam and give it a little try. See if we need to add anything before you start milk bagging it.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I think it's perfect.
Pretty bomb? Okay, I think it's about an 8, so 8.5. I can make it better, but I'm not going to make you guys wait. So, no, it's damn good. Okay, this is the only thing you have to do. This is the last step, other than bottling it. So if you buy juices at the store, glass is better because it's BPA free, obviously, and it stores better and longer. This will only last you, 3 to 7 days. So try to drink this as quickly as possible. But this is easy. It's just to buy juices like this, and then you can store this for longer. All right, now I may need an assistant for this. But this is what the milk bag looks like, and it's got teeny tiny little holes so that little bits of fiber get caught in here. And if you can get like a bowl that this would wrap around, this one is a little bit, it's not wide enough, but I'm going to still unknot this. Use it from the top down because what you're trying to do is avoid the pulp. Now you don't have to do this. You can drink it with the pulp. Some people like it with the pulp. But it's hard to break down the external shell of the nuts, and sometimes that actually can be bad for our intestinal system. So I tend to like my almond milk smoother. I use it in a lot of smoothies. And realize, too, that because this is a 1-to-4 ratio of nuts to the liquid aspect, you have a lot more fat, which is good. This is a more natural fat. And like I said in the podcast the other day, there is no preservatives like carrageenan. I always pronounce it carrageenan. Some people like pronounce it otherwise. But carrageenan is a preservative that they spray on airplanes for an antifreeze. So when it's all frosty outside, that's what they do. They use it as an antifreeze for the external body of airplanes. And then that's what they put in nut milks so that it preserves it longer. Isn't that something? I don't know about you guys, but when I see airplanes, I just want to walk right up and lick them. Not. So, anyway, that's why I like this better. There's no carrageenan in it. There's no xanthan gum. There's no genetically modified or a lot of what these nuts, you want to get raw nuts. So a lot of these nuts actually have been irradiated. The majority of nuts have been. If you can get these from your local farmer's market, is ideal. So I'm going to keep doing this with the remainder, but that pretty much does it. This is our almond milk. This is what it looks like in the bowl when you're done. And then I'm just going to pour this into a container, and we're going to do a little quick taste test with a glass and then see what you guys think at home. Oh, okay. So there's something I want to say. When you're doing this, one little piece of equipment that does make this a lot easier is to take the whichever container you're going to put it in and have a funnel, because the funnel narrows it down, and so you're not having to spill and waste all of this goodness. So a smaller funnel is ideal. Okay, now we're back on. So this is the almond meal that came from it. So all it is just some little bits of fibrous. And like I said, if you had a dehydrator, all you would do is put this in there overnight and it becomes almond flour. And if you wanted to, you could also further grind it down with that other Vitamix container that I showed you. Vitamix, need a Vitamix. I sell them. I cut a special deal for you guys, just specially for you wellness warriors. And if you go to my website, dianekazer.com/Vitamix, you can see what the special is. You get $95 of free stuff when you order Vitamix through me. And you get this little spatula that you can easily take and peel the goodness on the side of the Vitamix much easier than a spoon. So that's all. It helps me to record these videos and stay in business, so I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let me know. Our little taste test. Do the shots of almond milk instead of going to the bar, huh?
Tastes better than my mom made.
Your mom makes nut milk?
No, but if she was a vegan, she probably would.
So the only thing I would add next time to this, I made it pretty neutral for him. I might add, because I have a sweet tooth, I might have added one more date. Maybe a couple more stevia drops. But what's easy about this is you could always just add stevia drops later. So I think it tastes pretty neutral. He might not agree with me. He might like it just like that. So that's like kind of the basic, and you could add more to it later. You could also add fruits, whatever fruits that you want to add to. If you want to make like an apricot, get some dried fruits.
That's right. I've never been on YouTube before. It's my first time.
You rookie! All right, now we're gonna make coconut or cashew butter. This is bomb.